What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you again for tuning in to Tea Time with
Liz and Calvin.
So we have so much to discuss with you. But first, I want to thank social media for checking in. And those of you who are jumping on board with us and really, really getting into bed with us on what we're trying to do and fans and you're supportive. I really like that. And I'm not just saying it because we're on camera. It's actually a genuine thanks to you. So thank you very much.
It feels good in the heart.
Well, she's a little overboard, but I'm authentic. Liz, what do you have for us?
Well, today, as you may have noticed, we have a beautiful lady sitting beside us, joining us. And this is my friend Laura Galvis, and she is the owner of Goddess Within products. And what do you have on the market these days?
So I'm primarily selling toothpaste, fluoride-free toothpaste, aluminum-free deodorant, and I also make lip balm, just to start.
Well, wait. So, when it comes to deodorant, like myself, how do I say it? I like scents. I want to smell fresh. I want to smell as if I just stepped out of a garden of cherries.
Oh.
Cherries.
What about Powder Fresh?
Powder Fresh is, by the way, I use Secret. I will admit, I do use Secret. They say it's strong enough for a man, but made for a woman.
Oh, that
Whatever.
is the...
Wait. Don't laugh at me. Listen. Okay, Laura. So getting back, do you have scented products?
I do, absolutely. So right now I've got two main scents that I make, and I also have an unscented version for those of us who are a little more sensitive and don't want all that extra.
Right.
So I've got a softer, more florally, it almost smells a little powdery scent that I make with essential oils. It's a little more feminine. It's the Lang Lang primarily that makes it smell a little powdery, I think. And then I've also got a more musky, kind of spicy scent as well. And then, like I said, I've got the unscented for those of us who don't want anything.
For those of you who like unscented, like Liz.
It still does the job.
I don't understand the purpose. What's the purpose? Oh, think about it.
Just fresh out the shower.
No, but I have a question.
And men don't like all that smell.
You don't know anything about men.
Men tell me they don't want to smell all that.
Listen, that's another segment for another day, and trust me, we can go on and on. But getting back to my point, why do we take baths? We take baths to do what? Clean our bodies and smell good. But if you're gonna wear unscented, whatever, I don't do it.
To each his own.
You're right.
That's why you're making products for all of us.
Right.
Yes. All Liz and Calvins in the world.
Yes. So Laura, so if we are like, oh my God, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have some people like, oh my God, yeah. How do we reach you? How are you connected with social media? How are you reached? Let us know.
Yeah, so I have been at the farmer's market in Travelers Rest all summer, selling my products there on Saturdays. But my last Saturday, unfortunately, is going to be this coming Saturday in 6 days. Will be my last stop there, I guess we could say.
From what time to what time will you be at the Travelers Rest Market this Saturday?
Yeah, so I'm there the whole time they're open, 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. So you got to get up early and you got to get out there on your day off. But it's worth it, I promise. It's awesome out there. And then you could also text me, you could email me, or you could call me.
Wait. I don't know if you guys caught this. Text her, which means she's going to give you her personal phone number. Now, I mean, I'm all for it. So go ahead and put your phone number out there. Let us know.
That's right. Just if you want toothpaste, call me for toothpaste.
Business purposes only unless you're trying to finance her business. Okay.
No.
We are accepting all checks.
No, all jokes aside. But yes, absolutely. So she's giving you plenty of ways to reach her. I want to personally thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, yes.
And you actually contributing to what we're trying to do, what we're trying to build. I know you're a close friend with Liz, but you have now become a friend of mine. Thank you so much. So,
of course. I'm happy to be here. You guys have made me feel very comfortable. Very
so, Liz, talk about what's going on right now. What's smelling good? I'm smelling some good stuff.
Well, not only is she owner of Goddess Within, but she can cook.
Wait. Before you go into that, we're going to take a short break. So thank you guys, and we will be back with you shortly.
Cheers. So if you stick almonds in a blender in a food processor like this, you can get almond flour instead of paying like $12 at the store for their almond flour. And if you keep processing it past this, you get almond butter as the almonds release their oils when you're processing them. It's pretty easy. You just stick them in here and blend them up.
There's nothing else that you have to do with the almond butter?
No.
So you have almond butter and
Maybe you could add a little sea salt, a little honey, a little maple syrup. You can do whatever you want, but you don't have to add anything, no oils. You can add oils if you want, but you don't have to.
Wow.
The almonds have oils.
I will use that for sure. What are some good uses for almond flour and almond butter?
So you can really use them for anything. You can make pancakes, you can make baked goods of all sorts. You can make cupcakes, you can make cakes. For people who have gluten and like sensitivities. Also with almond butter, I mean, you could use it just like peanut butter. Spread it on a sandwich, on some fruit, in smoothies. Get that little bit of protein. Slash that good flavor. Yeah, anything you like.
That's like something when you would go into a store.
Did you have some crackers?
That's what I know. I'm looking. She's kind of.
If you don't have any, I can still eat
Well,
some.
I do. No.
That is supposed to be the spaghetti squash. Alright. So we've got the broccoli, we've got almond flour, we've got 2 eggs, spices, like a simple Italian seasoning goes well. You could use rosemary, basil, you could use anything really. Cilantro, a little crushed red pepper for some spice. Oh, and our cheese. We can't forget our cheese.
Yep, here we go.
Now, if I wanted to make this a totally vegan recipe, what would I need to do?
So you would omit the egg. You wouldn't use any egg. Instead, you can use what's called a chia seed egg. A lot of vegans, I'm sure, are familiar with it. But you can use chia seeds or chia meal, which is just like ground chia seeds and a little water, and it creates like an egg. It binds. You can use it in desserts. You can use it in really anything. It's the binder in there instead of using the egg. And instead of the Parmesan cheese, you could also make a pretty simple vegan Parmesan cheese with cashews and nutritional yeast, really high in vitamin B6.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I am so excited to try these. I need so many meat alternatives because I realize that I eat so much meat throughout the day, and I would love to have just a few easy and simple tricks to switch up my regular flow of things. I do love meatballs. I'm Italian, so I love meatballs. So this is going to be amazing.
Yeah, just something every now and then, give your system a little break. I did a little too much cheese, but I don't really think that's a bad thing.
I love cheese.
No one ever complained about too much cheese.
We don't. We're not complaining.
All right, a little salt, a little pepper.
This is already going to be different for our palates,
You think?
Okay. And you should do the cutting up the squash.
All right, we can do that.
That looks amazing. Delegating.
If there's any like huge chunks of broccoli that didn't get ground up good, just kind of push them out. Okay. All right. Well done. Come right here to this.
Huh?
Give me 1 sec.
That looks like some good food. That looks good. You're gonna get that good footage. This is really good. I'm loving this. You know how you expect something to come together and it either exceeds your expectations or it's like, oh, this is like exceeding. I'm like really happy. Her here, she's happy to be here.
Right. I'm so excited to try these meatballs.
Liz, come look at the squash.
Veggie meat.
Oh, you're working. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I will. Oh.
See? See what that looks like?
Here I
Yeah.
am to worship. Here I am to
And they say you can use these seeds just like pumpkin seeds. Stick them in the oven, roast them up.
Yummy. So there's no need to waste anything.
What you mean?
You don't need to waste anything. You can use the pumpkin seeds.
Oh, yeah. Yes. The squash seeds.
Squash. The meatball. The veggie meatballs are getting bigger and bigger as I go.
That's okay. And then you might need this pan. Do you happen to have another baking sheet, Calvin?
Say it again.
Do you happen to have another baking sheet?
You know.
Or a muffin tin? Anything?
I guess these should be kind of the same size, but I felt like the...
Yeah, so they cook evenly. I made one small. The first one was
Yeah, I think that
small.
one's a little too small.
Oh, wow, Liz. Yeah,
Too
they're
big?
not going to cook evenly.
What if it's round?
So I need to replicate
That's
these.
fine.
Like this?
Yeah.
Starting over.
Yep, that's totally fine.
Well, it's not...
To Liz.
We're not all going to fit that here.
Huh?
Hey, darling, would you like a baking sheet?
What is that for?
I don't
For
know.
more.
Okay.
Put the rest in.
Okay.
You okay with the texture? You
Yeah.
didn't want to get you. You didn't want to get.
Yeah, it's okay.
She didn't want to touch it, everybody. She thought it was gonna be. She thought it was gonna be gross.
I thought I was...
But you know me,
At least it's
I
not
would.
raw meat.
I would definitely do
It's
it.
not raw meat. Right. It's broccoli. It actually might help my nails grow.
There you go.
Honey,
Yeah.
it's not.
It might.
What could possibly help your nails grow? What
You
is
never
this?
know.
I'll bite mine. I should
The
stop.
almonds in here from the almond oil.
There you go.
This is amazing.
You better tell
If you're not here, I want to apologize because it looks like we're about to enjoy some great food. First of all, and great music. Girl, you better. You ever had that music that just makes you want to just get in the floor?
Get in the floor.
You get. If you have any loved ones, anyone that you've lost, someone that has slipped out of your fingers and you've been unable to grab them with the cuticles, I want you to take a moment. And I want you to hear what this young lady is saying. She can't help. Sorry.
And just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far.
Have you always had a passion for cooking?
You are.
Well, yeah, when I was like 7, I was just like obsessed with Food Network and watching people cook, and I was like, I can do that. I'm going to do that. And I just kind of started experimenting. Really back then, probably a lot of like processed stuff, like hamburger helper was a meal.
Yeah.
You know, just the traditional stuff, like spaghetti, things like that. But it really wasn't until recently, say, not even more than 2 years, I don't think, that I kind of shifted more towards a plant-based diet. Just try to incorporate vegetables and whole foods in every meal.
Which we all are trying to do.
Yeah. I mean,
But you seem to have perfected it very well.
no, I don't know about perfected. I'm still learning every day. We all are, right?
We all are. But see, this, I would have never known how to do this if it wasn't for you.
Well, I really do get my inspiration from the internet. You know, you don't have to follow a recipe to the T.
That's
you can
true.
kind of switch things up a little bit and make them yours. But if you're starting out, I definitely recommend following a recipe.
What are you doing there with the spaghetti squash?
I'm just sticking it back in a little bit. There's a lot of moisture in it, and I kind of want to dry it out a little bit, and I want it to pull away from the skin better. Once that's like cooked really well, the flesh just comes off. All winter squash in general, you know, don't be scared. Experiment with different stuff. Acorn squash, butternut squash, pumpkin. Make sauces out of it, you know, instead of just the stuff that you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
Branch out.
So you took the seeds out and some of the stringy stuff?
No, just seeds.
Just
mainly.
Okay. And then you put it back in the oven to get the moisture out, and then I'll get to see what.
That's not really necessary. So we didn't slice it before we cooked it. If we had sliced it before we cooked it, then a lot of that would have evaporated out.
Okay.
And it's really not necessary, especially if you're going to put it in a sauce. I mean, it's going to get drenched anyways, but we'll dry it out a little bit.
Right. You know best because you've done this a few
You don't have
times.
to. It's really as easy as sticking a winter squash in the oven. You don't have to cut it, score it, nothing. Put it in there at high temperature for a couple minutes, and you've got a base for something, for lots of things.
Right.
There you go. All right.
Yes.
Because even in a kitchen that doesn't belong to her, she's just like so comfortable, so fluid with everything.
Yes.
It's just amazing to watch. I'm just sitting here observing. It's just amazing.
She makes the meanest homemade margaritas.
You make a mean margarita.
I can't even eat like I don't drink margaritas from anywhere else because it's just like there's a.
It's all about fresh, man. If you want good
Right.
food,
Yes, that's
make it.
Right. That's
Make
exactly
it.
what it is.
Grind your almonds. It's down. It's that. Grind your pepper. It's down to the little things. Fresh herbs.
Right.
And there's always substitutions, you know, but try to use as much fresh, whole food in their purest forms as possible.
I agree. And that is why I have you as a friend to teach me. So what's going on now over here?
So I've just put a little olive oil in a shallow pan. A lot of people think you want like a big old pot to make sauce, but if you have something flatter like this, it's better to make a sauce. It helps it reduce a little quicker because of the surface area of the air that gets to the sauce here. So I've got a little olive oil, just onions, garlic, let them cook in there a little bit, and then just a can of crushed tomatoes. Really cheap. You can find some at the grocery store for like 60 cents. Can of crushed tomatoes, and then I'm going to add herbs. You can add anything you'd like. Again, we're going with an Italian feel here. We're going to use traditional Italian herbs. You get like rosemary, oregano, basil, pepper, crushed red pepper. But you could really use anything you like. It depends on what you're going for. I mean, anything. Sage, cilantro. You could use mint. You could use anything you want. But this is kind of the theme that we're going with. Then we'll just let this sit here for a little bit. Reduce.
Oh my God.
Let it do its own thing. And it's really not hard. You could even use fresh tomatoes if you like, which would be even better. You would have to add the extra step of pureeing it, of course. But
Which I do not know how to do yet. So
you just stick it in a blender.
Oh, okay.
Cook up the tomatoes.
Well, what about that marinara sauce? What's going on over there with that? Do you?
So we just have this for the days that we're feeling lazy. This
Okay.
is an awesome option. Yeah, if you just got off of work and you really have time, you don't want to make a sauce. All you have to do is stick the spaghetti squash in the oven, assemble your meatballs, and then add the canned sauce to it.
So that's a quicker version of,
Yeah.
but this is what we're going for tonight.
So this isn't going to have any added sugar. So like you see here, this super big famous brand has added sugar. We don't really
Right.
need the sugar. There's no point in adding the sugar. You can if you want, but
Right.
so we're going to make our healthier version of the sauce here.
And what about, so this squash is done?
Yes. So we're going to pull that away, and then we're going to let it simmer in the sauce.
Yum. Oh my God. To be healthy.
But there are lots of sauces that you can find on the market, Cheetos, without added sugar. Nowadays, everyone is like, some fresh rosemary here too. I was going to use this, and
Oh,
the
and the
only
basil.
reason, oh yeah, and the
What's the
basil.
basil for?
Well, we'll use it fresh.
Basil.
I think it's best fresh, but
basil, fresh.
I'm only using this rosemary because I had it at home because I need to use it. Somebody actually gave this to me because they didn't want it. Like, you can use anything you want. I'm not using this for any specific purpose other than I need to get rid of it.
Right. And the basil as well.
Yes, that's gonna add awesome.
Yummy. Ooh, take a look at
Yeah,
this.
and you don't even have to cut
Just
it. You
stick the
can
herb in there.
slice it up, but yeah, just stick it in there whole. Because rosemary's so woody,
Ooh.
it tends to hold its shape pretty
Hey.
well.
What are you doing?
And you can smell it already. It smells like a Christmas tree.
Oh, wow. Hey.
So we're getting ready to shoot shortly, and I just brought one of my exclusive wine glasses.
Oh, hell.
This is Liz. Liz, say hey to Curtis.
Hola!
So, she's amazing.
What are you? He's about to go to sleep.
Yes, he's in. Look at this. Oh, and she's got squash and.
So, Lizzie, are you excited for your birthday?
I am.
It's like right around the
Turn that down. Let it do its thing.
So,
That looks pretty.
That is amazing.
Isn't it? It's unreal. Like, I'm hooked. Like, I never make pasta anymore for a million reasons. But, like, this just has so much more flavor. It has a bite. Like, it really does have more flavor. It's slightly sweet. I mean, it's just more depth of flavor. You know? Pasta's just, it's flour.
So you don't ever make any more pasta now that you make your spaghetti squash?
So we're all so different. I think that the biggest thing that I can tell people who are trying to live a healthier lifestyle is to listen to your body and what she's telling you or he's telling you. Right? I really do think that we have everything that we need to be our best selves right inside of us. We have to listen. I think it's the little subtle things that we don't listen to sometimes or that we think aren't a big deal. You know, we get a cold and we're like, oh, we're fine, you know, we'll just keep trucking along or whatever. But I think even a little cold is a sign of something going wrong in the body. So anyways, just listen to your body. For me personally, I don't do well with a lot of sugar or carbs. I feel awful the next day. So we're also different. Personally, that's what works for me is kind of a lower carb diet.
Yeah, which is probably the same with most people actually. Like, most people shouldn't be eating as much carbs as they do.
Yeah, or sugar as we do. I mean, it's in everything.
It is.
So just listen to your body. Do what's best for you. For some people, a vegan diet's the best. You know, me personally, I think it helps to have the protein with my vegetables. But we're all so different.
Right. And the protein in this meal would be the broccoli or
The almonds.
the almonds. Okay.
And we really don't need as much protein as we once thought we did. I mean, especially if you don't live an extremely active lifestyle, you really don't need a lot. It's pretty ready to go. Wow.
And we're back with my friend Laura Galvis, and as I mentioned before, not only is she the owner of Goddess Within, but she's an amazing cook, and she specializes in plant-based foods, vegan, vegetarian. What do you have for us tonight?
Please, because I'm like itching. I'm like, but I'm trying to be all professional just to let you know that I'm trying not to touch my food. But please, tell us exactly what is on this plate.
So it's nothing crazy, I promise. We just roasted spaghetti squash. We made a homemade marinara and then some broccoli meatless balls that we made here to resemble meatballs made with broccoli, almonds, Parmesan cheese. We've got gluten-free, low-carb, awesome vegetarian meal, easily made vegan. It's going to be good.
Wow. So I can feel guilt-free about this?
For sure.
Well, I don't know about you, but I would definitely want her in my kitchen. 7 days a week, possibly. So
We would hire you.
Yeah.
What you paying?
Private chef.
Oh. Well, mean, hey. So, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to, I don't know, we're not going to put on our eating faces on camera, but, we really appreciate you checking in with us once again.
Yes.
Laura Galvin, give her a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us. Absolutely, thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful food.
I love
been
you,
great.
girl.
We really, really enjoy it. So, I definitely want you to stay tuned. Like I said, we have a lot going on in the future. I won't say too much, but we have a local artist who's on fire. If you're into music.
Right.
But you gotta stay tuned. We have so much going on. She's doing big things. I won't say her name right now because it's not time for that. Plus, we don't want to do a whole spoiler alert, you know what I mean? But some of you, most of you, maybe all of you know her. She's a beautiful, wonderful, talented girl. But for right now, Laura, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
All right, you're more than welcome. Tea time with
Liz and Calvin.
Thank you.
And Laura. Cheers, friends.
Cheers.
Bon appetit.
So we don't want to get
You
any
kind of
little...
butchered her last name.
He did butcher it. It's okay. We're good.
What'd I
Galvin and
Remember when I used to say
It's
Clay?
okay.
say? What is it?
Galvis,
Oh.
right?
Well, you
We're
don't
good.
want to get any footage of us eating? Just
At all?
Let me
Just
find
kind
it
of
real
just
quick.
ready, he can just keep
Oh,
shooting.
sorry. No, you're
That's fine.
I was like, oh, pick on him.
It was a mistake.
You're
know.
good.
I'm just picking
Galvis. Galiti.
I'm just
No worries.
picking on
Gilletti.
you.
Which is
This actually, you guys
Oh
don't want
my God.
tons of salt though. No, I don't want any salt. I like it.
What?
Oh, you gonna do something?
He's just doing a cameo.
Oh,
We're just gonna be silly.
okay. What you
We're not
wanna
gonna do
do?
this. I don't know.
Pretend like we're gonna talk. You're like we're
Is the music
discussing
too loud?
kitchen.
Who cares? Food.
Oh, this is us talking.
Yeah, vegetarian.
Okay. You're not gonna lead?
No, I'm not
Why
gonna lead.
not?
Because you're the leader.
You be the leader.
Leader.
Who wants some good vegetarian food?
On the count of three, everybody say cooking with Liz and Calvin. Ready?
Cooking with Laura, I made the food.
Yes, cooking with Liz, Laura, and Calvin. Cooking with Liz.
Okay, let's do healthy eats since I've been promoting healthy eats.
To
healthy eat.
With,
healthy eats.
with Laura, Liz, and Calvin. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2. Healthy eats with Laura, Liz, and Calvin.